Hi guys, welcome to Foreplay. I'm Diggs.
I'm Adam.
I'm Dan.
I'm Luke.
And today me and the boys are going to be talking about the PlayStation 5 announcement event and discussing some of the games that we took a shine to. So, Sony launched their event with Spider-Man Miles Morales. It's a sequel to the Insomniac Spider-Man game on the PS4, which I loved. Spent a lot of time playing that, platinumed it. Swinging through New York was just so fun in that game. They made everything enjoyable. Combat was brilliant. So very much looking forward to the second one of that. Miles Morales isn't my Spider-Man. Peter Parker will always be my Spider-Man, but he's the new age.
He ain't my Spider-Man.
Yeah, he ain't my Spider-Man. So I have to accept it. But yeah, really looking forward to that. It's good. I imagine because it's not Peter Parker, it's Miles. It's a good way to set up him not having all the stuff that he had at the end of the last one, if you know what I mean. He'll probably be learning the ropes, sort of thing.
Do you think it could be a Spider-Verse tie-in or something like that? Like you might have the other from Spider-Man 1.
Potentially, could do. Yeah, I mean Miles was in Spider-Man 1, though, wasn't he?
He was. You're right. Yeah,
a segment of him, didn't you?
Of course he was. Yeah.
I don't even think. Did you even play him as Spider-Man, or did you just play him walking around? I can't remember.
It's just like some stealth stuff with him, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was hiding behind cars and stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they are doing production on Into the Spider-Verse 2 at the moment, aren't they? So never know.
Yeah.
Might be a sign. It's all owned by Sony.
Yeah.
Potential.
Yeah.
Graphics look ridiculous is going to be the theme of this this conversation. Yeah. I think graphics and everything just look ridiculous, but it's always going to. They're not going to. Although some of the games, the graphics were awful, but
I mean, the original Spider-Man looked amazing anyway. Like the PS4 one, was just looked great.
As I say, the city, when you swing up somewhere really high and fly off, the landscape of the city was a joke.
Mm. And that's it for me with the Spider-Man games. I still haven't played the last one, but all the previous ones, the best thing about them is just swinging around, isn't it, and just picking up missions or whatever. It's just so much fun. That's what everyone says when they play them. So yeah, you're not going to miss out with it, are you?
No, yeah, they made it so much fun swinging around the city, adding in stunts and it was just wicked. It was so much fun. I loved it.
The beauty of that game, the travel mechanics, anyone can pick it up and feel like Spider-Man straight away. Mm-hmm. I mean, I passed the controller to my girlfriend, and she literally in 2 seconds was just flinging it all around the place, and she's like, "This feels great," and that's the beauty of that game. They've nailed it. Insomniac have completely nailed it.
So the next thing that I took a shine to, as many of you will already know, is NBA 2K21. Love me some basketball. Love the NBA games. Didn't play much of 20. Didn't review well. So yeah, didn't get too involved with that one. But the very limited stuff that we've seen of 21, the graphics are ridiculous. Zion Williams showing off his skills. So I'm looking forward to that. But like I say, there's not much out on it at the moment. Just the fact that they're doing it makes me happy. Love a bit of that.
But I thought NBA looked good. I mean, I'm never going to play it, but the little announcement video was quite Joey was good. I liked it. Yeah.
It reminded me of Scary Movie 2. the NBA.
Yeah. The Nike advert bit. Or...
Yeah.
The guy
staying in.
I was about to say, if I could turn the chair upside down and do a head spin, I would. And the other thing that I thought looked really cool was Deathloop. That was the game that Bethesda is putting out. Looked like Edge of Tomorrow meets Dishonored. And I believe it's made by the same people that made Dishonored, I think. So that's why.
Yeah, it was Arcane, Lion. That's the same studio that made Dishonored.
Yeah, it looks very similar.
It's got a similar art style,
Yeah, but it looked fun, a guy running through a building, shooting some guy in the head and then throwing his corpse out of a window. Love a bit of that. It's using the force. Yeah, lots of that. That looked really fun. I thought that was pretty cool. Different kind of storyline. It seems like, I don't know if it's the story or whether it's just lives, but it seems like when you die, you go back to the start and then you have to it looks like you've got to piece things together to get to the end and do things differently. But again, limited limited knowledge, but that's what I took away from that. Because he's talking about every time he repeats the loop, he's putting in pieces of the puzzle.
Yeah, and he was saying like he learns more like as you do it. It's quite an interesting take, and obviously there's another game that will come up in a bit that has a similar thing of, you know, death loops and just going back and forth, and but yeah, it's an interesting idea. I wonder if it's single player or multiplayer, because they at the end they show there's that other assassin trying to kill him.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering if it was single player or like if there's a multiplayer or co-op aspect to it. Like, can you play the other assassin that's trying to kill the main character as well?
That'd be brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, if you could like just jump into people's games and like try and
ruin their fun.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not like that, but yeah.
So first up on my list, I've got Demon's Souls. I did a bit of homework on this. So this came out on PS3 in 2009, and they're redoing it. And I loved this game. I played it. You played it as well, didn't you, Luke? We bought a little guide for it and everything, didn't we, when it came out over here? And since then they've made Dark Souls games and Bloodborne and things. It's going to be great to play again, and it's going to look even better. I love that style of gameplay where it's just like unforgiving. So I hope they keep. Well, they're going to keep all that because it's a remake, aren't they? You guys were just saying about jumping into people's games and messing up their story. You could do that in Demon's Souls if you like. It was recommended you played it offline because people could jump in your game and mess you up at different points of the game. And yeah,
there's already like a really hard game, but then people could jump in and make it even harder.
Yeah. And I love the fact, like, I remember the first level, you start off around like a castle and stuff. And I remember trying to come to terms with it there, getting to like the first few enemies, getting killed, and then having to like run back for all my stuff every time. And just like that game makes you learn its mechanics quickly. So like, I can't wait to play it again. And I love the whole like dark, like horror, like gothic look to the game. So.
Oh yeah, I was watching the stream live and sort of live tweeting about it, and Shuhei Yoshida came out, and I was like, "What are you doing here?" Because whenever he shows up, it's always something massive. And it started, and I didn't realise it was Dark Souls until probably about halfway through the trailer. And the minute you see that giant knight with a huge shield, I was like, you know, and that was it. Yeah, unbelievable. Really, really great to see that. You know. Redone.
Good stuff.
Cool. So next up, I've got Godfall on my list. Apparently this is out at the end of the year, which always annoys me when they say stuff like this, because they don't have long to do that, and with the current restrictions, they're probably not going to, are they? Let's face it. It's probably all going to get pushed back anyway, and it drives me mental when games companies do that.
I think the PC version is coming out in like soon, like in the next like month or two.
Right, okay, so that'll probably get pushed back as well then, I imagine. Wicked. So let's all get excited for that and then let down. So Gearbox are doing this, and it's, again, this is homework. It's an Unreal Engine, and the best thing about this is I'm hoping there's co-op with it so that we can all play together. It looks just like Warframe, and I loved Warframe, so I hope it is.
You can play it solo. Sorry, just to interrupt. You can play it solo, duo, or 3-player co-op.
Oh, sorry, Dan.
Okay.
I'm out.
Well, I know you're out, Dan, because apparently it's got Monster Hunter World inspired weapons and combos. So that's what I just read out. So yeah, exactly. So this will be a 3-play game for us.
Go for it.
But yeah, I saw it and I actually thought it was like a Warframe, like upgrade, or like, Warframe 2 or something. But yeah, it looks wicked. So that's going to be exciting. I love the armor. I love the whole look of the game. And yeah, it's going to be fun. Yeah,
I agree. I think that looks wicked. I've always had a soft spot for Gearbox because the Borderlands series is probably my favourite game series.
It had that the trailer had that Gearbox feel as well. Like it's this like, cool looking game, and then they've got like this like it's almost like rap music in the trailer, isn't it? It just doesn't fit, but it does. So,
and what made me laugh is that I watched a video of the games director talking about it, and he was saying that they've created a whole new genre of games for that game, and they called it a slasher looter. But Gearbox had already coined the looter shooter for Borderlands, so it's just like, did you create it, or did you just trade out guns for swords and be like, oh no, let's call it slasher looter, looter?
I just hope they've kind of like ripped off some of the stuff from Warframe. I loved that, how you'd pick a different Warframe and it would determine like if you were like a tank or, you know, what sort of character you were, and then your guns were leveled separately. I hope, or well, guns and melee weapons in that. So I hope they've kind of adopted that, and it's a bit more like open in terms of what you can use. So, Digweed, what's next on my list?
Ghostwire Tokyo.
Ghostwire Tokyo. Thank you. So, what I took from this was it looks really cool. It's got a bit of a sort of neon-y look, hasn't it, as well? And to me, it looks slightly like BioShock. Like the thing I saw had a bit of gameplay in it, and it looked a bit like guy using like powers and things like that, didn't it? So that just looks like fun. It's first person, isn't it? So I do prefer third person, but we tend to play loads of first person games anyway, don't we? So I'm all right with that. It's developed by Tango Gameworks and published by Bethesda. So that's cool. Bethesda have brought out some brilliant games, haven't they? So I've got faith in that one, and I'll probably be getting it.
The way they've done Tokyo looks really cool. Like, I wonder to what size or scale they've done it. If you know, like how if it's like all of it or just parts of it. Like, that's what I was going to say.
The bit that stuck in my mind of that trailer was I don't know why this stuck in my mind, but he's like going through an alleyway, and there's like this like creepy, like weird ass ghost looking thing, and then there's like a light shining on a wall, and then there's like these like kids, like shadows of kids running along. I was just like, what is this game? It's so mental, but it looks fun. Yeah, I'm interested to see more of that.
Yeah, good. Okay, so that's it for me. So it looks like it's over to you, Dan.
Oh, well, I was going to talking about weird games that you don't really know what's going on or anything. I really like the look of Returnal. I thought that looked pretty cool. Obviously, it's kind of like a spacey sci-fi. The trailer looked real sort of like alien-y, like sort of vibe to it. But and again, it's a bit similar to Deathloop. There's the thing of, you know, like sort of dying and starting over and over and over again. Bit of a theme, but I mean, you don't really get to see too much from the trailer. There is a bit of gameplay at the end of it, but don't really know what it's about. But I quite like that. I like that there's been a few trailers that it's just like a bit of intrigue, and it's just like you're like, I don't really know what's going on, but I'm excited. It's like, ooh, yeah. And also I like the name because it's like Returnal. Same with because there was that Metal Gear game as well, wasn't there? Like, is it Revengeance? Like, yeah. Revengeance. That just tickles my fancy, really. So yeah, I thought that looked quite good. What did you guys think of that?
Let's all go at once.
Or was no one else bothered by Returnal?
No, I thought it looked good. I agree with you. It looked very alien. I would want to see more before I got too excited. Yeah. Again, you don't see a lot, but like, I love Alien, and the Alien game, the last Alien Isolation, I played for a bit, got killed by the alien, and I was like, sweet, I'm done. Like, I just didn't play it after that. There's too many androids and things. I don't know. It felt too lonely, that game. So I hope there's more to this than there was that. Because if you're in space, it's going to be quite lonely, isn't it? So, but then Dead Space, those games were sick. So yeah. We'll see. I want to see more first.
Yeah, I'll say when I was watching that trailer, I thought, I was like, this looks just like Alien. I bet Ads is loving it.
Yeah, I'm skeptical at the moment, but yeah, I'm excited.
Early days.
The one thing I thought, I mean, obviously seeing this Returnal and what was it?
Yeah,
Deathloop, yeah. Do you think those developers knew that they were making a similar sort of looping game?
No, it's like it's like Armageddon and Deep Impact, isn't it? You know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I thought. It's just like, man, do you reckon they're watching it like, yeah, our trailer's wicked, and then like later on they're like, oh no,
like whichever one went first, everyone was like, no.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because you're going to be known as the people that, look good though. I like the look of it. Look cool.
Yeah. Also, I just what we were talking about Deathloop earlier. You can play as the other assassin in Deathloop. You can randomly jump into people's games.
Wicked.
and just ruin their funds basically. So that'd be fun.
That's cool. Again, with Demon Souls, you could do that, and it was all based on like your like world. I think it was like tendency.
Yeah.
So like, if you'd messed up a lot, I think you had like a black world tendency, and I think that depended whether you could jump in other people's games. But
Oh, really?
that was fun. But yeah, you could change your tendency, and it would change the game. So yeah.
Cool.
We just want to mess other people up, don't we? We're like our single player game, but we want a bit of multiplayer. That's basically what we want.
Sometimes I just want to be a troll, you know.
Yeah, the ultimate troll game.
Yeah. Brilliant. I'm actually really excited for Gran Turismo 7. I quite like a driving game these days. I got very addicted to Gran Turismo 6, but that was back on the PS3. The only thing they've actually released for the PS4 was Gran Turismo Sport, which was more like online focused, and the single player was a bit less like what you'd expect. But yeah, so I'm quite excited by Gran Turismo 7. I think you know if you've played any of the other ones, you know exactly what you're getting. You're getting loads of cars, loads of different racing licenses, all of that. Constantly trying to get gold medals on certain tracks and certain events and things, and then trying to beat your mates' times and everything. But the trailer looks really good. I think the games always graphically look really good. Like I remember 6 looking really good on the PS3, but it came out right at the end of the sort of the life cycle of the PS3, just before the PS4 came out. So kind of had a bit of time to get the most out of that system. So it'll be interesting to see what 7 looks like if it's coming out quite early on in the PS5. But I thought they were quite good. Anyone else going to get it?
I might end up getting it. Yeah, I loved Gran Turismo 4. Maybe even 3, which I think was PS2. When I caned that, I did loads of endurance races and got all the licenses. I won a Formula 1 car, I think, for an endurance race. It's just used to smash everything. But yeah, that was really fun. I enjoyed those games. But haven't they had like a bad rap because, like you say, 6 was the last full Gran Turismo game they made, wasn't it? And then haven't they made like you say, Gran Turismo Sport or whatever? It wasn't like a full Gran Turismo at release, was it?
No, it's not a full It's not like comparably. It's not a full Gran Turismo.
No.
It's pretty good, but I think it was more online focused than like the other sort of more like the single player stuff that people sort of come to know. So Gran Turismo.
Hopefully there will be a big game with, like you say, loads of cars. And like what I liked about that game is that you couldn't just, all right, I'll buy this car, win loads of races with it and make it amazing. And then I'll buy a ridiculous car and make it unbeatable. And then you can just win everything. You had like classes, didn't you? So I remember having to buy a Mini Cooper or something and like spend loads of money upgrading it just to win one race or like one series of races, like the Mini Coopers. And the Audi TT as well. I hated that car.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that. I think that has a good fun element to it because you can't just, like you say, do the whole game with like 2 or 3 different cars. You need to buy different cars and upgrade them, and it gives it a different element.
Yeah. You can say
I'm
anything?
just not bothered about Gran Turismo. Like for me, again, if I want to play a racing game, I want to be going over jumps. I want to be boosting. I want ridiculous cars. Like give me like Need for Speed or something, like something where the cars look sick. Like, Gran Turismo's too like real for me.
Yeah.
I just go for a drive. I just go up the shop and I'm fine with that. I don't need a simulator for that.
Cool. And the other game I was going to talk about was, of course, it was obviously a very big announcement because it was the first thing shown, and that's right, Grand Theft Auto 6. Sorry, Grand Theft Auto 5. It's not 6. It's 5 again. What's this? So it's PS3, PS4, and now don't worry, boys, it's going to be on the PS5, so we can not bother playing it on the PS5.
Thing is, we've played it on every console, and we're all going to get it on PS5, aren't we? Eventually,
we'll
give in.
It's free.
Something cool. It's free.
Yeah. Luke's favourite price. I think the online is free. I think you have to buy the single player.
Well, I'd only think I completed the single player on the PS2 or 3 or whatever it was.
On your Atari.
Exactly. Yeah. We're going to get it and we're going to play it, aren't we? Just for a laugh.
Well, yeah, one thing we are going to do, give a little bit of history, is that we were doing the GTA Heist series, anyone who is a fan of our channel, and we had the most hilarious time doing the last heist, and then we had a bit of a technical issue with the recording and it vanished. and it all killed our souls, and we haven't gone back to it and done it again. But I think this is the perfect opportunity to do that. Once, especially like you say, it's free. It's a launch title as far as I know. So as soon as it comes out, we can just get straight on it and do that last heist.
Yeah, as soon as it comes out, after they've pushed it back, we can do it.
Brilliant. Yeah, as long as all of your stuff carries over. If it doesn't carry over, I don't want to play it. I don't.
They did that with PS4, didn't they? And it was fairly easy to do. So
okay, cool.
Had that, yeah.
Cool. Luke doesn't want to lose that money, mate. That
All
money
those
he's been
millions
saving up.
out there. Do you still log on every free like $100,000 event? You still log on, just like ching.
If you log on once a month between now and when it comes out, you get $1 million every month, I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, no one's going to be able to do that because we've all got COD and.
Can't have GTA and COD on the console at the same time.
Yeah.
What I'll do is I'll start with Project Athia, or Athia, however you pronounce it. It's a Square Enix title. It opened up and I was like, oh my god, this looks next level. This looks incredible. This is showing all the power of the PlayStation and all of that. I was like, this must be like an Elder Scrolls game or like something massive like that. And then you see Square Enix. I mean, it's incredible. Like, you had like wolves with like flames on their backs and like all these mental tentacles and stuff going everywhere. I was just like, what is this? Like, it looks crazy. Giant dragon. Yeah, I'm in. Like, I was just like, yeah, just take my money. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was like throwing cash at the screen, just like, yeah. I was just like, yes, please. Yeah, it looks incredible. What did you guys think, Diggs?
Yeah, I agree, mate. I do like a bit of Square Enix. I love the Final Fantasy games. So yeah, when I saw it at Square Enix, I did have a little bit of a nerd pop, thinking it was going to be a new Final Fantasy. But yeah, that Project Athia is a working title, and it might be because nobody knows how to pronounce it. So yeah, but yeah, I agree. It looked gorgeous, and yeah, excited to see more of what that game's about.
No, again, don't really know what's going on. Don't know what it's about. Looks cool. Can't wait to play it.
Ads?
Yeah, looks good. I thought it was a Horizon sequel at first because the main character at one point just looks like the girl in that. Obviously, I imagine it's going to be a single player game. It looks like a single player game, doesn't it? Yeah, I'll probably give it a go. I don't know if I'll get it because it takes a lot for me to get a single player game these days. But it looks like, visually amazing.
Yeah, excited to see what comes of that, if they change the name and stuff. And yeah, I'd like to see some gameplay and stuff. But so far so good. Look great. Okay, so the next one I like the look of was Oddworld Soulstorm. Old Abe's back. The cool thing about that, it looked so. Normally it's just it's like a side scroller, isn't it? Abe's Odyssey. You sort of go up and down the map and stuff. This looked almost like it sort of changed, and like there looked like a lot of moving parts. It looked incredibly crisp. It's going to be on PS4 as well, I think. I think I read that somewhere. Which is cool. So it's going to be on both. But I mean, Abe's Odyssey's been around since the PlayStation. Is it original PlayStation?
Yeah, I think it's PlayStation 1.
Yeah, well, I think yeah. I mean, I think from memory, it definitely come out sort of mid to late 90s. Yeah. So yeah, it's great to see him on on a newer console, and yeah, I'm excited to see that. Yeah. I could see that ended up being like a PlayStation Plus game, but like I say, I was doing the live tweeting when the announcements are coming out, and people are losing their minds. Like, so that's got to be a positive. What did you think about it, Adam?
I thought it looked good, and I got excited when I saw the trailer as well. But like, I got excited when they added Abe's Odyssey to the PlayStation Store again a little while ago. I imagine it was free. I don't think I would have bought it again. Was it a free game at one point? Or
I
don't know. Yeah, and again, I was like, oh, I used to love that game. Played it for maybe 2 hours at the most, and then was like, cool, I'm done. And I haven't been back to it. So like, I probably won't get the new one. It looks cool, but like for me, that's like a cool memory that I'll jump on and be like, anyway, what's next? So I don't know. maybe I'll play it, but it depends what they add, because yeah, and how far they push it back. So yeah,
I'm a bit the same. Yeah, like I think it looked wicked, and I did used to love Abe's Odyssey on the PlayStation, but I haven't played like the last two. I don't think I've even touched. But yeah, that to me is destined for a PlayStation Plus title in about a year and a half's time. So then I'll probably play it. I just probably won't pay for it.
Yeah.
But what I don't understand is that it's taken that guy 25 years to realise that what scissors do, and he can just cut that thing out of his mouth and actually open it.
What about you, Dan? What do you reckon?
Oh, I don't care. Next.
yeah, fair play.
That was the thing about the stream. It opened really, really, really strong, didn't it? With Spider-Man, and then there were some great titles, but then we got into some weird stuff. Like
it seemed like people just suddenly started. I wasn't sure if it was me or the developers just dropped a tab of acid halfway through that conference, and it all just started getting crazy. There was like those dragons playing guitars, and what was that? What was that weird ass game with the fruit?
Bug snacks
running around.
That was Bug Snacks. I mean, what a title! That is day one purchase. You know, if you can get it with your PlayStation, I'm going to get the massive, like £500 edition. Like, hopefully, you can get a Bug Snacks PlayStation 5. You know, I'm all about that. I mean, what are they thinking? You know what I mean? Like,
it's so funny. That, like, I can't even remember. Was it like a hippo or a dragon or something that was talking to the camera?
And then that, like, or something.
Yeah, like a strawberry with eyes just runs up, and he's like, "Oh, here you are!" I just starts eating him. I was like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
It's so unnecessary. Yeah, ridiculous.
It looked like a fever dream. It looked like a nightmare. Like, I was like, this is something like that's probably going to disturb me in my sleep in a couple of months' time. You know what I mean? No thanks. So yeah, we sifted out a load of nonsense, and we got to the main thing. And after Bug Snacks, you see some crabs on the beach, and I was like, what is this? What ridiculous nonsense is this going to be? And I'm like, I said on Twitter, I was just like, what's this, like crabs 2020 or something? And then Aloy runs past the crabs on the beach. I was like, oh, okay. And Gorilla just storm in and just like, right, let's go. You know, Horizon 2, no messing, giant turtle, like, just, yeah. That is a day one purchase, like 100%. What do you reckon, Dan?
It's not a day one purchase for me. I got about halfway through the first one, I gave up. So I enjoyed it, but I just was like, I wasn't loving it. And then I think something else came out, and I was like, I'll play that. And then I went back to it. I was like, I can't remember what's going on. I can't remember what to do. I can't remember anything. This is getting traded in. Goodbye. If it comes up again on like PlayStation Plus, like Game of the Month, then I'll probably play through it again. Did look good. Like, it looks like a good game, and it does look fun, like the new one. But for me, we'll see. Yeah. What about you guys? Anyone else?
Yeah, I mean, I very similar to you, mate. I don't know what it was that came out that took my attention away from it. What I played of it, I enjoyed. My only issue with it was that he spent a lot of time hiding in grass. When you're supposed to be this like nails warrior from this tribe, and you learn all the secrets and all this kind of stuff, and then you just like run out into the woods, and like, oh my god, there's an enemy there. Just sitting in grass rage, and then just like, I just wanted to just run up and have the ability to at least fight them head on, but you just got wrecked if you did that. And I think from what I gather, later on in the game, you get nails enough to be able to do that, but it was too far away from me. I never got to it. But yeah, the new one looks incredible. A giant mechanical elephant with red eyes running through the forest. I'm in.
Yeah, similar thing for me, really. Like, I played a bit of the first one, and I think after I smashed up a few of the monsters, like stealth, did the whole stealth thing. They're like, yeah, because the creatures in it look so cool. But after I'd killed a few of them, I was a bit like, I'm done with this. Like, I don't know, it didn't have enough for me. Maybe it's the same thing that Dig said, like all the extra stuff I wasn't willing to work towards. But as I said before, like a single player game, it takes a lot for me to keep playing and complete, just because like I love multiplayer games. So I probably won't get it. But again, if it's free, I'll definitely give it a go. And if it catches me, hopefully it does.
Yeah, that's cool. It's just there's something quite cool about the fact that it's going to be a release title. Just like I mean, Guerrilla Studios did Killzone for the PlayStation 4 as a release title, and then obviously moved on and made Horizon, and now Horizon 2. So it's nice that they've got that sort of that legacy for the console moving forward. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's me, man. That's all I got.
Cool.
Nice. So after they did all those games, and like you say with Horizon, they went on and finally revealed the console, or as Dan calls it, the Virgin Media box with the trench coat on. Me and Luke, I know, are very fond of the design. I think it looks awesome. I agree, it does look a little bit like Seto Kaiba from the front, but it does look cool. I really like the look. I think it looks awesome. Do you like the look of the console?
I do, yeah. I think it looks very modern, or almost futuristic-y, doesn't it? I think it looks good. I'm excited I'm anxious to hold a controller. I've got mine here, but I love this style of controller, and they've not gone far away. This is my Days of Play controller, by the way. Check out our Days of Play video. I'll put up a little card for that. Just watch that. Give me those views.
Watch that here.
Yeah. Bing. But it looks like they've gone away from that shape a little bit, and like the one we've got at the moment is so similar to the first one, isn't it? Like still, and it's not too far away, is it? But it has moved on a bit. So I just want to hold one, and yeah, I don't know. How it looks doesn't bother me too much. It's how the controller is, because that's the real experience, isn't it? When you're holding that and need to press those buttons immediately.
Yeah, they say that the design is similar, but it has moved on a little bit. But it'll be like anything. The first time you hold it, because it's different, you probably won't like it straight away. But I think, knowing Sony, every controller I've held, when I first held it, I don't like it, and then I get used to it and I love it. So I think by the time you've done, a million hours of gaming with it, I'm sure you'll like it. And they were talking about, there was things like adaptive triggers, and some of the other things. What do you reckon of the controller, Dan? Because I know you're a big fan of controllers.
Me?
Yeah, you're down.
I'm doing a Luke. Am I? Yeah, that's cool. We'll see what it's like when you use it. Do you know what I mean? I haven't really got a choice. It's either that or some pony, like, third party the controller, like the one that you give to your brother, like when you don't want him to play. Like, well, actually, sorry, you probably know about that, wouldn't you? But like, yeah, I think, I'm sure it'd be good. We've got to deal with it. That's the way I think about it. I think it looks all right. Of course it does.
We should say that for everything in the review, Dan. Like, just deal with it. Just get on with it.
I've deal with it.
I wouldn't have an opinion because I can't change it.
Yeah. What do you think of this game? Well, we can't change it.
Yeah.
I think the console looks weird. I'm also trying to work out how big it is, because it looks big and beefy.
It did look huge, didn't it?
Looked like a tonk boy.
Can it go on its side?
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
I hope so. Yeah. I want to know about the fan, because I've got a more recent PS4 now. My first one sounded like a helicopter. This one, it takes a while for me gaming, and then the fan kicks in. But like, it's a PlayStation. They know people love grinding on games and smashing games, so it shouldn't overheat and need all that. So hopefully they fix that.
Yeah, my Pro wears up like a beast.
Yeah,
like for some reason, it hates Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare. So when you're in the game, when you're in the menu, it's like, like it's like trying to cool down before it gets to like the game, and then it's just like, okay, I'll just hold on, just sweating like, and then it's like gets to the menu again, he's like,
yeah. I mean, it's got one job to play games. It should not overheat when it's doing the job. Do you know what I mean? Maybe, yeah. I don't know. Hopefully they fix that.
Do you like the idea of the digital? I can't remember what they called it now. The digital only console or something like that, where there's no disc drive.
No, give me a disc.
Yeah, why would you buy that? I mean, I don't know why you want a disc, Dan, just so you can.
Yeah.
I like flinging them around, mate. Where
else are you going to leave all over your house?
Yeah. What?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I definitely want a disc, because like if the digital copies were cheaper, as they should be, because there's no packaging required, then I would understand it. But the digital one's always more expensive, so this is an outrage.
Yeah, and you're giving them that power to charge more as well if you buy the digital one, whereas the one with the that takes discs, you're going to be able to buy pre-owned games and things like that. And who doesn't love a pre-owned game, or to borrow a game off your mate that's bought it and platinumed it? Thank you,
Luke.
I think with that we're now in the minority.
Yeah, a lot of people will just are quite happily just to download it and then prefer that.
Maybe we should start doing that. Then we wouldn't be so stressed out by the game staff in the shops.
All about Amazon, baby.
Yeah.
But you can't trade it in.
Yeah, exactly.
Every game I've ever owned has been traded in. So, or I've lent it to Dan and it's been scratched to pieces and I've had to bin it.
Complete lies. That's not happened once. I'm not going to fall for that. You know what I'm excited about? The little accessory remote. Like play, pause, whatever. Because my PS4 is used like when it's not playing games. The other half of the time, it's streaming Netflix, whatever.
Yeah, you're right.
And I like having a little remote and not the pony little controller, which when you put down, it fast forwards and things because you touch the trigger or whatever. Like, because
does that come with it? Sorry, Dan. Does that come with it?
No, I think you have to buy it. But
that'd be extra, yeah.
Because they used to. I had one for the PS3 and I used it all the time, which is good.
And did they never do one for the PS4?
I don't think they did.
All right.
I'm gonna look it up.
I'm gonna look it up.
Oh, they must have, yeah.
As I was, I'm lucky because my TV's Sony. The TV remote works. It's got like a pause, play. Yeah, all right. But it's got all that on the TV remote. So no extra for me.
Yeah, mine does the same. Thank you, Digweed.
They did do one for the PS4. I just never bothered buying it. That's why.
Well, you can get one now. But, you've probably got a year of use until the actual console comes out, haven't you? So.
You're obsessed with this console being pushed back, aren't you?
Yeah.
Mate, they're going to have it out before Christmas. Think of the cash grab.
Yeah. He's right.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Anyone else got anything to add? Or
I think we should talk about things we're excited for or things we hope they're going to do. Because
such as
Luke mentioned Elder Scrolls, and I really, really, really want another like Skyrim. Basically, I know Elder Scrolls Online was a massive letdown for everyone. I didn't even play it because the reviews were so bad. But like, I'd love another in that world. Like, I really enjoyed Skyrim. Didn't play Oblivion, but Skyrim I played on PS3 and PS4. And I want another one of those games. It's so much fun. Like, so I'm really hoping for that. Just something to get lost in.
Nice.
What about you boys? You thinking of any sequels to games or any?
Yeah, I mean, usual stuff. Like, again, another Final Fantasy, I'll happily play through. And the usual suspects, NBA, FIFA, things like that, which are undoubtedly coming. Other than that, there's not much I can think about. I mean, there's that Avengers game that's been pushed back so far. I mean, that even might be going to PS5 now. I don't know if that's going to be PS4 and PS5 or whether. So they didn't announce it in the thing, but I've heard loads of people saying that the PS5 is going to have backwards compatibility.
Yeah. This is my issue with them bringing out two versions. So you've got the disc version of the console and obviously the other version. The thing with that is, like, obviously if it's going to be backwards compatible, like, you're not going to be able to play it if you get the version without the disc. So yeah, I don't know. I don't understand that.
It'll probably be cheaper, the digital version, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it damn well should be. It's missing a part.
Yeah. Have you guys seen anything about prices? I looked up earlier the price, or like the rumoured price, the analyst predictions. That's it. Have you seen anything on that?
The only thing I saw was there was a US Amazon leak or something that listed it at $599.
Okay.
Cool. That's the only thing I'd seen. What's your predictions thing saying?
Well, this is from Tech Radar. It says $449. Sorry, $499, £449 pounds, and 749 Australian dollars. I mean, that's a prediction, but like, you know, would you guys pay that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pay it twice, mate.
If you said if you told me 450, I'd bite your hand off for that. Like 50 pound more than the PS4 on release. Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Yeah, I was expecting minimum 500 for just the console and a controller.
Yeah. I was expecting loads, to be honest. Like the amount you pay for a smartphone now, I was expecting it to be ridiculous. But yeah, I'm surprised. You know,
Your phone doesn't count as a smartphone, mate.
No, right.
Phone. Dan?
Yeah.
Cool story, bro.
I'm gonna. Well, we're all gonna buy it, aren't we? So it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, and they know that, don't they?
If it's, I can't remember what was the PS4 on launch.
I think it was
400.
Without, yeah, without anything.
Yeah, this will be £5. It'll be 500 quid. Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll deal with it. Yeah, that's what I think. Good chat. Good chat.
Well, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully, we'll be able to get together in a room that isn't powered by Zoom and record some more videos. But in the meantime, yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully see you all soon.
Goodbye.